Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. John, once again, is gone. He is doing some army stuff, so it's just gonna be me, and I thought it would be fun while I'm waiting for him to come home to do a tag. So I'm gonna do the pet tag, or the furry friend tag, or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna introduce you to my pet, so you've seen a lot of times, but here's just a more in-depth look. Well, I was gonna start with Anastasia, but it looks like he doesn't want to wait his turn. Well, he's gonna have to wait his turn. We're starting with this little lady. Aww. First question, for those of you who don't know, if this is your first video, this is Anastasia. Wow. This is my little dog, my little Chihuahua. Chihuahua. Cute. Hi. I love you. Next question is, how long have I had her? I have actually had her in my care, I guess, for just a little bit over a year, ever since I got married in 2014 in November. But she's been in my life ever since she was a puppy, and that's been about 10 years. Next question is, how did I get her? I actually got her, when she first came into our lives, she belonged to my sister and her then brand new husband. They got her just as they got married. It was just the two of them, and she always wanted a Chihuahua, so she got a Chihuahua. But over the years, as their family grew and they got kids, this little lady right here doesn't really like people, and especially children. So it was just kind of causing a lot of stress on her. She was not happy unless she came over to where I lived at my mom's house and my parents' house, and she would hang out with my dog that I had there, and she would be a lot happier. And she actually started losing a lot of weight. You could see all the bones all in her body and everything, and it was really concerning. We were really worried about her, and I cried a lot. And so when I got engaged and I was going to move away, far away, and take my dog with me, my sister thought it would just be best if I take her, and thought she'd be a lot happier with me. And so then I took her, and she got healthy and she gained weight, and yay! I love her so much. How old is your pet? I think she's about 10. So I don't remember exactly when my sister got her. So I always just kind of go with how long my sister has been married, because that's around where she got, you know, into the family. So I'm assuming about 10. She's about 10 years old. What are some quirky things about your pet's personality? What's up with Anastasia here? You're shaking. You a Chihuahua, mija? It's actually really cute, because when she wants a treat or something, she'll do this thing where she'll just sit kind of on her butt, and she'll lift up her paws like this, and I call it, like, she looks like a little kangaroo, so that's kind of cute. What does your relationship with your pet mean to you? And my little Anastasia means so much to me. Even though she didn't start out as my pet, I always kind of saw her as a member of, you know, my little family. I would always call her like my first little niece before I had any of my nieces or nephews. She was my little niece, and I loved her to death. And my sister and her husband actually talked about for a long time, when they first had their first child, like 8 years ago, like, what are we gonna do with Anastasia? Should we give her to somebody else? Should we keep her? And a few times they told me, yeah, we think we found a place for her to go. And I would cry and cry and cry and cry. Not because, like, I was upset that I wasn't getting her, but I was upset because she would be gone. And I love her. Like, she's my friend, even though she wasn't mine. And now she stays with me, and she's not going anywhere. What are some of your favorite pastimes with your pet? She likes to kind of burrow under blankets and stuff, and in laundry. I actually have a really funny picture. I'll try to find it. If I do, I'll post it, but if not, then I won't. But I have a picture where she got into the laundry basket and burrowed in, and all you saw was like just little face, like her little black eyes, and she was just, all the way in there. And so we like to snuggle, and she'll lay with me and she'll keep me warm. Sometimes if it's a really cold day, I'll have like a hoodie on and I'll put her in my hoodie and her head will pop out right here, and we'll keep each other warm. The last question is, what are some nicknames that you have for your pets? Or your pet? I call Anastasia Stasia, Stage, sometimes Stay. I call her my little needy poo, which is a long story. Little brat. My little brat, and I love her. That's Anastasia. I don't know if I'm forgetting any other nicknames because we have a lot for her, but I think that pretty much covers it. So this is little Stasia. I love her so much, my Anastasia. That's little Stasia. Say bye, Anastasia. Bye. This is my next love. This is Duchess. She is a poodle. I have had Duchess since she was 2 years old, and she is 13 now. Whoa, 13, you can tell, you can see all the gray hairs that she has and everything. She's really old, my girl. I love her. I got Duchess one day. Okay, so I had a poodle, like this little red-haired kind of apricot poodle, and she had passed away suddenly from an accident. And I was devastated, and I never thought I would ever have another poodle ever again. One day I was coming home from my friend's house, and her friend's cat had just had kittens, and I had been like, please mom, please can I have one of the kittens? And she's my mom hates cats, by the way. She slyly kind of was like, well, maybe, let's talk about it on the way home. And I did not know that she was waiting for me there. And so we were on our way home, and my mom said that there would be somebody staying with us, a girl would be staying with us for a few days, and that she would probably have to sleep in my room. All the way home, my mom's saying, yeah, she's gonna be staying with us for a few days. I hope you like her, I hope you enjoy her. And she was being sneaky and sly, not mentioning that it was a dog. And so I got there, and I actually knew who Duchess was, but I never met her before, because she had lived with another family and they couldn't keep her, so they knew that I really kind of wanted a friend, so they suggested it to my parents, and while I was gone, they went and kind of got her for a trial run. So I came home, I opened the door, and I see this little black fuzzball, completely black, dark, and she came kind of just walking out of the kitchen over to the front door, and I just instantly knew who she was because my friend had mentioned her before. And so I just squatted down and I said, hi Duchess, and I pet her and picked her up and said, yeah, she'll sleep in my room. And my mom kind of warned me, this is just a trial, and I was like, yeah, no. And she never went anywhere. She stayed with me ever since, and she still sleeps in my room, in my bed. How old is your pet? I'm not sure if I said this already, but she's 13. Quirky things about Duchess here. Duchess, she is a really sweet dog, like super sweet. She's never had a problem with anybody until our Dalmatian came into the family. She does not like him. He is clumsy, he kind of steps on her, he doesn't realize his own size. And one time she was stuck in a corner once waiting to go outside, and he was all excited, so his tail was wagging like crazy and it just kept hitting her face, but she couldn't go anywhere because she was in a corner, so it was just a bunch of boop, 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 boop. I felt so bad for her because his tail hurts when it whips, but she will growl at him a lot. If you've seen another video, she'll just sit there and she'll just she is not impressed with him. When she wants to go outside or for a walk or in the car, she will just jump so high. It doesn't matter how old she is. She still jumps as high as she did when I first got her. She'll come all the way up to your chest from the ground, just jumping, and she'll bark and bark and bark and bark and bark until she is outside. And then she'll grab the leash when she's hooked to it and she'll pull it like we're not going fast enough for her. Oh, she's a hoot. My relationship with my little Duchess is everything. She is the toothless to my hiccup. Like I've said that before. She is like, I know she's getting older and I'm kind of preparing myself in a way for, you know, the time that she's not gonna be here with me. And every time I talk about it with John or with my siblings or anything. I kind of just say it like, okay, I know she's gonna be gone soon, and you know, like, I'm gonna prepare for that, and I keep saying I'm prepared for it, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be a wreck. I'm gonna be lost without her. Like, she's the pet that I've had the longest out of all of my pets. Gosh. Let's change the topic. Favorite pastimes with her. I do everything with my little Duchess. I love going on walks with her. I love snuggling with her. I love, you know, kind of spoiling her a little bit. When I worked with the family that I nannied the kids for, I would take her to their house. Like, at first I would ask, like, hey, I have my dog, your son's like her, can I bring her over? And they'd be like, oh sure, yeah, okay. And then it got to the point where I would just show up and say, hey, I brought Duchess today. Oh, okay. So she would come to work with me and hang out, and that was always the best. I'd just be hanging out at work and I could have my dog with me. I love her. She's really special. I have a lot of nicknames for Duchess. She's Duchess, she's Dutchy, she's Dutchy Baby, she's DB, meaning Duchess Baby, she's DB Girl, meaning Duchess Baby Girl. She's, I used to call her Dee Dee when I was little, but I don't call her that very much anymore. Sometimes I call her Duchess Ebony, because she's dark. She's my little Duchess Ebony. I have a lot of names for her. I don't know if I hit them all, but that's a lot of them. She's my little Duchess, and I love her. Come here, come here, come here. This is a stretchy boy. Are you done stretching? Are you gonna come stay with me? I can't hold you like the girls. Bring your head up. Sit down. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're pushing me. Oh, dear David. Oh my goodness, you funny. Okay, I hope you can see him down here. I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit. Hey look, we match. This is my shirt to match him. Come here. No one can see you down there. Everyone, this is D'Artagnan, and clearly he's a Dalmatian. A Dalmatian. I have had him for almost 2 years. In July, we will have him, or have had him. We will have him for 2 years in July. The way that I got D'Artagnan is I told Jonathan that my dream dog that I've always wanted was a Dalmatian. Ever since I was in 5th grade when I did a project on Dalmatians, I wanted one. One day John was kind of showing me pictures of Dalmatians, and I thought, is he gonna surprise me with one? Am I gonna get a Dalmatian? And I saw a picture of him and I said, oh my gosh, I want him. He is so pretty. And John said, well, he's already been adopted. And I thought, of course he has. Of course he's already been adopted, you know, like, he's beautiful. And normally I don't get surprised too easily. Normally I know if someone is going to surprise me with something, and I normally know what that surprise is going to be. But I was totally naive, and so we ended up going to a park somewhere, and I knew he was going to propose to me. I knew it. And instead of a ring, John pulled out the ring box and saying, oh, I have an early birthday present for you. And I thought, okay, oh yeah, okay, it's a ring. He's about to propose to me, here we go. And I opened up the ring box, and inside was a dog tag that said D'Artagnan, because I told him I wanted my dog's name to be D'Artagnan. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, oh, he was adopted by you. Like, I had no idea. And we still had to go, like, quite a ways to go and get him, but he was ours, he was mine. And then on the back of the tag, it said, will you marry me? And it had my name. And I said yes, obviously, and that's how he came into our life, was a really special proposal. D'Artagnan is 3 years old. He turned 3 in July. Or not July. He turned 3 in January. The other J. January. Quirky things about D'Artagnan here. Oh my gosh, what is not quirky about D'Artagnan? That should be his middle name, D'Artagnan Quirky. If he wants attention from you, he will take his paw, he'll sit at your feet, look at you, and he'll just start doing this. And he will paw your face, he'll paw your chest. We've been teaching him not to do it, and so he's not too bad anymore. When we first got him though, my gosh, if you wanted your attention, he would put his paws on your knees and make you look at him. But no, he's heavy and it hurts, and it's not fun to get smacked in the face by a paw. So we taught him not to do that. He also likes to howl. Like if we, he will howl back. Everyone's going crazy. Whoa, that was crazy. But yeah, he'll howl. It's funny. Hello, Dutchess. My relationship with D'Artagnan here. He is so special. I have had a lot of challenges with him, but it hasn't been because of him. He's come into my life, and I guess other people try to tell me what I can and can't do with him or for him, or I mean, I've had a really bad experience because of owning him. I love him, and even though those have been some crazy situations, I love him, and people can say what they want to say about my relationship with him, or what I should do, or what they're popping, or what I should do, but he's my boy, and I know how to take care of him, and I know how to love him, and he's gonna be with me forever. I love him to death. Favorite pastimes with him are definitely going on walks and going to the dog park. He loves it, and he is so entertaining when you take him to the dog park. He just loves it. He's gentle, he's sweet, and something about Dalmatians that I read that I was kind of nervous about is that people say that they're not good with children. So, you know, if you have kids, you might not want to get one. And I don't have any kids right now, but someday I'm definitely going to want kids. And someday soon, meaning within his lifetime, I'm going to want kids. And I'm really happy to say that he is awesome with kids. My niece, who she was 4 or 5 at the time, almost 5, she would wrap her arms all the way kind of around his back hips, and she would hold up her own weight but kind of lay on him. And when he would walk, she would just kind of follow him around, just follow him, holding on to him, and he just doesn't care, doesn't notice. And when one of my nieces was a baby, we had just gotten him, and I was taking care of her. I was sitting with my laptop, and he was sitting next to me, and she started kind of making these noises, and he would just stare at her. He just sat there for the longest time, almost like an hour. He just laid his head down and stared at her. And anytime she made a noise, he would be like concerned. And that just makes me so happy. He is the best with kids. My kids are going to love having him someday. They're going to be best friends. Nicknames for him. The #1 nickname is Artie, because some people, when I say his name's D'Artagnan, they go, is there a nickname? Like they can't say it or something. So I say, yeah, his name's Artie. You can call him Artie, and we sometimes call him Artie Farty, because he is the stinkiest dog I have ever met in my whole entire life. It'll just be really chill, and then you will smell the foulest of smells. He is disgusting, and yet I love it. I don't know, it's so funny. And sometimes they're not quiet ones, and so you're just like, thanks dude, thanks, Artie Farty. We don't really call him that much else, he's Artie. This is my little bearded dragon. He is really small still. This is Irwin, named after, you guessed it, the famous crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin, because I love Steve Irwin. We have had him since the summer, not too long. He's still really small. Actually, I say he, but I'm not even sure what the sex is. So, it's little, it's really tiny. I have always wanted a bearded dragon, and one day John and I just kind of got one. We had studied about it, so we did our research and everything and our homework before, you know, getting a pet. You should do that with any pet. And we got him. And we've loved having him. Or her. I'm just gonna say him to make things easier. We've loved having him. How old is your pet? I'm really not sure how old he is. Because PetSmart didn't tell us. I think next time I get a pet, any kind of pet, especially a lizard or something, it probably won't be from PetSmart. I'm just not impressed. Quirky things about this dude. He likes to jump. Oof, he's fast. He likes to jump. He startles me sometimes. And the way that he kind of goes after crickets, he'll lift like one leg and just do this. Just stand still and do this for a while, and then he'll pounce on them. It's kind of cute and funny. Yeah, you're funny. My relationship with him, my goodness. Since he's still so small, it makes me nervous to let him just kind of run around or anything, right? Even in a controlled environment. It would have to be really controlled because I'd be afraid I'd lose him somewhere, you know? So we take him out, we'll hold him and stuff and let him wiggle like how he's wiggling now. We'll let him wiggle, and like he kind of licks my hand, kind of, you know, does this little smelling and feeling around, and he's really cool, and we like having him, and it's definitely different because I've only had dogs and a fish at one point in my life, so it's just kind of different territory, but I've loved having him. I've always wanted to have him, and I can't wait to watch him grow and develop, and I'm really excited for that. Favorite pastimes with him? Well, we don't really go places yet until he's maybe bigger. But yeah, like if I'm kind of just having a rough day, sometimes I'll just watch him, or when I'm holding him, I just like to really make him feel comfortable, and I definitely like watching him eat because he's entertaining when he eats, and I love his name. His name is really special to me. So, little Irwin. Nicknames? I'm not sure we have nicknames. I think sometimes I'll call him Uri or Irwi or I don't know. I don't have too many nicknames. We mostly just call him Irwin. So those are all of my pets. Those are all of my babies. I love them all, and someday I hope to maybe get like a bird or some other sort of pet. I just love pets, and I will always have pets in my life forever. So thanks for joining me and all of my little pets. And we hope to see you guys again. We love you super much, don't we? Darkanian, Anastasia, Dutchess, everywhere. We will see you guys next time. Go ahead and leave some comments if you have a bearded dragon or a poodle or Chihuahua or a Dalmatian, especially a Dalmatian, because every time I go out somewhere, people just stop and, oh, you have a Dalmatian. And it's fun. So if you have one, I would love to be in the Dalmatian club. I guess that's it. Bye.